Nitro Gang, welcome to Friday Night Nitro. Now I'm gonna wait for the awesome viewers out there, to you guys to come join us here in the stream. In the meantime, feel free to take a look at probably the world's best looking HPI Nitro RS4-2 with the original WRX. Well, this really wasn't called the WRX. This was more like, well, I guess this is the Impreza body back then, right? The Impreza body. But I'll talk all about this in a couple of minutes. Let me just get everything here started. Gonna wait for some viewers to come up here in the stream. And guys, I got a couple of vintage, significantly epic hop-up parts. For this video today, we will be calling this a hop-up. I know Traxxas today. Traxxas wants us to call everything upgrades. But there's one viewer here. I want to say hello to all of you. Specifically, Eric and Matthew, that hooked me up with these parts. A dedicated channel viewer, member, and friend of mine. He has a personal connection to Wolfpack Radicals. So, today, we will examine the original listings in a vintage RC Car Action magazine. Back when magazines, well, they had Nitro. Today, they got like bagels, okay? Not even toasted, not even good bagels, you know? So, let me say hello to everyone that is here, and we will examine this HPI RS4-2. This is one I just recently got. We have Eric and Matthew. Special thanks once again. We have Hoser1. How you doing? Happy to see you here. We got Irfan. How you doing? A viewer and friend of mine. He's been on the channel. If you guys have seen the Offner Twin Titan, that was his. And then I repaired it. We were all happy. And now, an awesome member of the NitroGang owns it. We got Keith Tolhurst. How are you, man? KGM5512. Happy to see you here. We got Stone FPV, formerly Jeremy Stone. He's out there flying drones like crazy. His learning curve is better than a bell curve. You know, like a bell curve goes like this. Like a mean distribution curve, sometimes it's called. His learning curve is exponential for the drones. Exponential, gang. Okay? You know calculus, you'll know what I mean. All right, we got Kobe, how you doing? Jason Brawley, what's up? We got Alcasa52 out there making Nitro Gang deals as well. And telling me some of them that are like asking $1,000 sometimes. It's like, bro, this guy wants like $1,000, one of them. I can't even get 1,000, okay? You'll get it in like, you know, wherever. But you're not going to get it with the Nitro Gang. Because we like to buy more than just one Nitro a lifetime. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's continue. Grizzly RC, how you doing? I just want to acknowledge we did recently just get a new channel member, Jim Buell. I couldn't give you a little shout out here in the chat. For some reason, your username doesn't show up. You probably logged off with the links or something. But Jim Buell, thank you for becoming a new channel member. I appreciate that, bro. There are a couple perks, and in the future, there will be at least 2 more giveaways. They're already planned. The thing is, I just gotta like edit those videos and like finalize it on my own side, you know, because like it's kind of tardy on myself, but it's okay. It's okay, you know. Just got a sweater. You're good. Kidding around. Okay. So Al Casa goes, dude, he read my offer and never answered. Yeah, I actually today was trying to make a deal today. Guy didn't even respond, you know. It's like an old Serpent Vector, a low C triple X NT, and like one of those low C triple X buggies, like a regular buggy, graphite. Guy didn't even respond. I mean, there might be a woman. You know, we don't want to assume anybody's RC identity. There are hobby, literally 2 of them probably watching right now, and one of them is Nitro Queen Melissa. All right, so special thanks once again. So, guys, we'll take a look at this particular Nitro in a little bit. This is an original RS4-2, and yes, these are the original wheels. Now, I do have some epic plans. In the future involving some 3D printers. I currently have RC Nitro Flux working on a couple 3D prints himself. He will report back to me, and we will feature one of his 3D prints that will make this RS4-2 super great again. I hope. All right, we got ourselves Michael Sucha here in the stream. How you doing? He goes, ordered a 2-speed baby T-Max. Getting it soon. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Let me see. By the way, guys, I did post a couple links once again in the description to this video. That low C and well, there's two Losis that are on a massive sale. I did order one of them, so if you want to get them before the sale is over, it's like close to a 50% discount. Like, it's the biggest discount of your life. We got Monty Kriska Jr. Okay, RC Nitro Flux is here. He is running an ongoing experiment to wipe out zombies and also 3D print parts for HPIs. He's on 2 experiments. He's multifaceted. He's probably going to play with a yo-yo too, you know? He's a yo-yo expert as well. All right, he got me to get a yo-yo. All right, we're going to continue, guys. Let me just read out a couple of your comments. It's been a couple days since we did a stream. Now, a couple days ago, and by a couple days ago, I mean yesterday, a couple shorts came out. That's all I got to say about it. A couple shorts came out, and that's all that matters, okay? Now, I do have a couple more upgrades, but we will stick predominantly to these particular Wolfpack upgrades for this video. I am hoping to install one of these. Now, I notice they're exactly the same. They're definitely for the RS4. But notice one of them has, it's a little bit of a different color package. I don't know why. The blue anodizing is a little bit different. I don't know why that is. But I think I'm going to put this one on. You guys can maybe vote if you want. I will take your opinion into consideration, you know? Because, like, why not? Opinions matter. The First Amendment matters. All of the amendments, they matter. So, we'll continue. We also have the rear Y brace for the RS4 or the Super Nitro. We're going to install probably this one, I think. To be honest with you, I'm not going to tell you 100% yet whether I will install these, but we'll take a look at the condition of this RS4. What matters is the engine. Hopefully it's okay. We also have a couple of very, very important upgrades from this time period. One is a belt tensioner with, like, the brace for what is it called? The lay shafts. The lay shafts. So, and we also have a rear, I think this is a rear, yeah, this is a rear belt tensioner. That's incorporating basically the rear lay shaft holder as well. So basically all of these parts are pretty important. I remember actually going to stores and seeing these Wolfpack hop-ups. Just once again, guys, I'm going to put here in the stream the word hop-up, okay? We need to make this word great again. Now, there are a couple other things here in the box on the Nitro RS4-2. It's not just what you see here. There's a couple more interesting things on the inside, guys. Okay, a couple more interesting things. Now, today, you know, upgrades, the word is just upgrade. I mean, is it incorrect? No, it's not incorrect. It's an adequate word. It describes the event fully, okay? You're buying a part to upgrade it. But the question is, should you upgrade everything? I will say, Wolfpack made very, very user appropriate, well, not user appropriate, but correct parts. It was mostly belt tensioners, stiffeners, shock towers, things that I would genuinely support in, like, a hop-up. Today, everyone's, like, converting to aluminum A-arms and like terrible eBay shocks, you know, from eBay. Don't get terrible eBay shocks, guys. Trust me, your stock shocks are way better. So, let me see. We got Terra Curry here in the stream. He goes, can't find these hop-ups easily anymore. That's true. That's true. Now, this past weekend, I was working on a Super Nitro RS4 with my friend Benjamin, right? And his Super Nitro RS4 got totally repaired, all right? So, I don't think we did a video on it because we were kind of preoccupied with some other stuff at the time. But we did install one of these Wolfpack Radical Y braces. Now, this is sometimes referred to as the rear chassis brace. I'll show you where it goes. I am planning on probably installing it. So, I did spread it around to NitroGang, you know. And there are a couple more hop-ups, I think, that will be coming my way and his way, maybe all of our way. Okay, so I'll be excited about that. Now, we'll also take a look at the listing here as, well, I guess to see, like, the prices of what they were back in the day, because that stuff is a little interesting as well. Okay, let me adjust some of the lighting parameters here, guys, and we will continue. Al Casa goes, I didn't realize the FW06 is impossible to find. The market loves the 10 scale on-road Nitro. When is HPI re-releasing the RS4? You know what? I am happy you said that, man. You know, long ago, I started basically getting 10 scale RCs because, like, you know, to be honest with you, they're pretty fun to work on. They are compact enough to not require a ton of space. And also, like, if you ever sell them, they're relatively cheap to ship, right? So yeah, we all want Savages. I understand how it is. We all want Savages, but do you want to ship a Savage? Because you're going to have to work overtime to ship a Savage, you know. But to ship something like this, it's relatively okay. There's a lot of standard parts that fit these. And in fact, the RS4 might be, probably in my opinion, the best used 10 scale to get. The reason is, there's a lot of them. Of course, the RS4-3 is also the same. I'm going to include them in the same bucket, okay? I think that's okay. Now, Nitro RC and Electric RC here, formerly known as Carlo. We will feature one of his rides in the stream in a little while. He is working on probably the nicest 10 scale I've ever seen in my life. But you guys will have to wait for that. He sent me over a couple pictures, and I will take a look at it, because why not showcase some of the stuff other people work on? You know, listen, I'm not the only one doing this. Many of us are doing this, okay? I'm not the only one in this crew. So, it's kind of like the reader's rides in the old RC magazines, except this is internet rides, okay? This is internet viewer rides, all right? We're going to feature it. Now, I did set up a mailbox a while ago. I think it was I got a Nitro problem at hotmail.com. And there's a lot of emails I got to it. So there is like an actual Hotmail email. I got a Nitro, I think, help me with my nitro.com. I don't know. I set some crap up. And I got to take a look at that email box. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So let us... First, I'm going to ask you guys, we got Savage Rob. How you doing? All right. Eric and Matthew, I look forward to that, man. I look forward to that. I want you to know, I appreciate the parts. They will be getting installed on either mine or like some of my friends' RCs sooner or later. It's going to go down, you know. Now, let me see what you guys are saying. Keith Tolhurst goes, I'm getting a Revo 3.3. Bro, that's going to be a great RC. Great RC. Make sure you check... really, there's really not much to check. Those cars are solid. So the fail-safe on those, there are no fail-safes on the Revos because like it's a Traxxas radio gear system. But the Opti drive is pretty reliable. Some people do have glitching Opti drives. I have actually had that. But, you know, as long as your reverse works in the Revo, just keep it. Don't really mess with it. It'll be fine. Those things in stock form are very, very good. Don't spend money on upgrades. Just run it. You'll be good. By the way, if you want a little more juice for your electric start system, you could easily use a 2S LiPo in the Traxxas starter wand. So everybody hearing this, yes, you could use a 2S LiPo, but you will need an adapter, of course. We got All Aspects RC. How you doing, man? Jared Smithers. He goes, 17mm hub conversions and truggy tires. So the Revo, I'm quite sure, comes with the 17mm. Okay, the T-Max is the one that still comes with the 14s. Right? Yeah, Jared Smithers goes, yes, I use the 2S LiPo. So I use like a 2700 milliamp hour LiPo on the Traxxas electric starter. It's very, very good. You won't really have any problems with burning anything up or overheating. It's basically the same total voltage as your regular battery that, you know, they include goes to, maybe a little bit more. Obviously, you don't want to use a 3S. You'll kill it. All right. Okay, we got Hoser1. He goes, I'm picking up a Team Associated MGT 8.0. Oh, my God. I got one that I'm looking at right now, dude. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. So those things are actually super nitro guzzlers. So when you're tuning it, you'll notice that the 8.0 engine goes through like a quarter of a tank of fuel while you're adjusting the high-speed needle. But that's part of the process, you know. Also, those engines, you really don't need to run 30% nitro. They generally run pretty well on like lower nitro content because after all, the MGT 8.0 engines, which are 0.50 size, they're 0.50, guys. It's the second largest RTR engine ever in a nitro monster truck. 0.50 size. So you'll be very good with 20% nitro if you have it. Oil content really doesn't matter. You know, you just want to go above 10%. I'm sure you know. We got Benjamin Martinez here. How you doing, man? You guys all had a chance to meet him. So once again, special thanks to him. And he also is currently enjoying one of these Wolfpack Radicals upgrade parts on his Super Nitro RS4. So I have the second one. Eric and Matthew here sent me two of these. They're very useful. So I gave him one, well, more like installed it together. And I saved the one for an RS4 that I needed it, okay? So Poser one, yes, everybody, you guys feel free to ask me or other people here some questions. Of course, you know, I'm doing my best to respond to you and also cover my own content as much as I can, okay? All right, sickening. All right, we will continue. So, what do you guys say? Take a look at the chassis, open up the box. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? You let me know. So this is one of the nicest bodies, to be honest with you. So it's been around for a very long time. And this one, I know you're looking at it, looks real good. But guys, I have some tape ready to repair it. Oh, special thanks for Hoser1. He has gifted a membership, and Paver Saver has gotten it. I'm very happy Paver Saver has gotten it. He's been a dedicated viewer for quite some time now. And thank you for that once again, man. So we got about 70 plus people watching. It's time to open up what we got. I have a lot of work to do, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a lot of work to do. This is not that easy. So let's take a look at the chassis first, I think, and we will open up the box. There are a couple of, as people say, mainly Boda Gel. Anybody here a fan of Boda Gel? There's a couple goodies in here, but there's also a couple weird missing body pieces over here. You know, it's okay. What are you gonna do now? Let's do it. I'm gonna rearrange the lights a little bit here, guys. And we will get down to the chassis. Now, I will tell you, this is going to need extensive repairs. It's better than it actually, it's worse than it looks. All right, now, special thanks to Tara Curry, by the way, for providing this chassis to the channel. This was, in fact, a Facebook listing, and it wasn't very far from where he lived. We got Velocity of Beast, man. How you doing? Happy to see you here. There's a video on the Velocity of Beast coming out soon, I think. You know, he went over, he picked this up for me. So once again, special thanks. I appreciate you for that, man. And we're gonna make this RS4 hopefully great again. Now there were like really bad pictures on this chassis, but I will do my best to give you. Oh, sorry for that. Wrong switching over there. A good introduction. So let me set up here with the lighting, and we'll take a look at the chassis in detail. Question is, how much drywall tape and hot glue are we going to need? It's probably going to be a lot. All right, guys. Here we go. So, what do you want to do? Open up the box or the chassis? What's it going to be? You know, I take input. RC Misadventures, how you doing? We got Copper's Key. How are you? He goes, picked up the Serpent because of you. Man, I hope you like it. I hope you're happy you got it. And Hoser1 here with the first vote, and we will look at the chassis. That's a good opinion right there. I mean, rather idea. It's not really an opinion. That's a decision. Okay. Tara Curry goes all of it. All right. Well, we'll do it in that order as well. All right. So, obviously, the body is not very good, but, you know, I think it's 80% repairable. We got Dan Davidson. How are you, man? Okay, let's take it off. I got to be real gentle because, like, it's honestly real not very good. Oh, we got massive cracks over here. Typical stuff, but it's okay. Oh, sickening. All right, so one of these body post holes, I could tell the problem. This person didn't drill it out large enough. Not a good sign. So it looks like a sunroof on top of a sunroof here. Someone has cut out another hole that doesn't need to be here. Man, I don't know why people cut out holes for no reason. Don't cut out holes for no reason. But that's what happened. All right, let's take the body off there. Now on the inside, yes, we do have... Yeah, Tara Curry goes, we got a mood roof on that one, yeah. On the inside, we do have a massive amount of cracks. So the cracks are pretty epic. I've actually washed this body. It was much worse than this. But I think at least 50% of it we will be able to repair. The wing is also in the box. I'll show you guys the wing in a little bit. Don't worry about the wing yet. There's also a couple of nice things in the box. So now that we have the chassis itself, let's take a detailed look at it. You're looking at the most recognizable Nitro HPI, I think, in my opinion, has ever really made. You guys could let me know what you think the most recognizable Nitro HPI ever made to you is. But of course, I would say it depends on when you got into this hobby. For me, I remember these models when they were brand new. So for me, technically, the 10 scale Nitro was the most recognizable one, right? Now, this one is really, really basic. It's stock. We will take a look at the engine. I do like that we do have the foam bumper. It's super rare to see these with a foam bumper. You'll almost never find one with a foam bumper. Very, very rare in that regard. All right, we got Lucas Stolk up here. Thank you, man. Terra Curry goes, it's super sickening. That's true, man. So this one is stock, like I said. And I'm thinking this shock tower, which is an original Wolfpack part, nice machined aluminum, would look really nice here in the back. So we will take a look at this later. But I do want you to know I'm not really a big fan of hop ups or upgrades. But the Wolfpack parts are incredibly great, and they are, I will say, period correct for this chassis. Now we got a good question here from Savage Rob. Why are the body posts so high? So basically, this is normal. There were many bodies that were mounted on here, and generally people would trim these. Now, one of the main problems with the RS4s is the body posts get bent. As you could see right here, they bent over time. They're just not very good. And also, about 80% of the rear body posts are broken. So this one is okay. This one is busted. And I currently have a dedicated member of the NitroGang, RC Nitro Flux, who is making parts and experimenting with body posts. So we'll hear back from him, and then we will probably make our own in the future, right? So let me just show you the rear body posts. I'm thinking right there. Oh, hold on, let me back this up a little bit. I'm thinking, I wonder if these are actually the same. So, okay, it would mount here. Oh, wow, this is actually nicer than the factory shock mount. This is actually nicer. Notice how down it extends. So here, the factory shock mount actually only ends over here. Normally, you could have an upgrade sway bar set that goes here. All right, so you have some extra openings here for the sway bars. Now, oh, RC Adventures, how are you, man? Happy to see you here. But this accounts for it. So if we remove that, we could easily install this. I think it would look really nice. Now, of course, you know, yeah, HPI uses purple. This is blue. But blue is also really, really nice. Like, I don't really care much about the colors. You know, whatever. We'll have a mismatch of colors. It's no big deal. So, who's voting for this one? And the second option is this less colorful one. But it's also basically the same exact thing. What's up there? We got Harlem NYCRC. How are you, man? Happy to see you all here. All right, so I think we're going to go with the first one so far. Now, next up, let's take a look at this part of the chassis. Oh, we got Pitbull air-cooled. How are you, man? Great individual and a viewer of the channel who's dedicated to the hobby. Not only me, okay? I'm just a guy, guys. We got Mighty Mike 1996 goes the first choice. Okay, we will do that, man. We will do that. So let me show you quickly the rear chassis brace on this model. So one of the most popular hop-ups for this chassis would actually be this part, in my opinion. This is a really usable part. So these chassis, they really don't have an actual upper deck. This is called a Y brace, because you could tell right here it looks like a little Y, and then it basically goes up over here. The only goal is to support the rear drivetrain suspension and this center battery tray kind of thing. It's not really called a battery tray on this model. It's more or less an integrated design, right? So I've worked on so many of these already that I pretty much could do it with, like, you know, one screwdriver. Oh, we got RC here in the stream. Happy to see you here. And as well, DST James RC. What's up, you guys? For everybody just joining us, this is a vintage Nitro RS4-2 with the original box. RS4-2 just means it's the second generation. Now, I don't really want to get into the differences between the first gen and the second gen, but rumor has it there will be a first generation model on this channel quite soon. So if you're interested in those differences, I can in fact show you. But I do want to say, over the years that these cars have been on the road, there's just been so many different modifications and upgrades people have made to them that you will probably really rarely find anything that is original anymore. Normally, what's up, Tegrity RC? How you doing? Normally, these would have had can mufflers going out the back. That's why you have like a little hole here for your exhaust. But this one, it appears to be the original system for the RS4-2, which was a side exhaust system like that. Now, probably the world's worst header if you want high flow, but it did the job. It always got dirty. Like, you'll never find one that's clean. Like, it's just not going to happen. They're always dirty. The most important thing on these chassis, guys, if you're looking to get one, make sure you have the throttle linkage, because these linkages, they're not just regular servo savers. They're not regular servo horns. These have a spring inside. They're actually our servo saver. Now, you can design your own linkage similar to a slide carb for a rotary carb. I will most likely talk about that in the future. It is possible. But for now, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to start tearing up some of these old electronics, removing the receiver, or what? So I'll give you guys a couple options. Remove the receiver. Let me just give you a little chassis overview, I guess, well, before we do that. So the chassis is quite clean. This is really, really minimal road rash for one of these models, right? The spur gear is in fantastic shape. I don't see any obvious issues with the spur gear. We have giant access hole to the flywheel. Pretty nice there. So, go ahead. You guys tell me what to do. Or should we take a look at the rest of what's inside this box? Take a look inside this box. There's a couple interesting items in the box, to be honest with you, as well. Then also I have, I'm going to have to do a little body repair on this, on the body itself. It's not very good. All right. Let's take a look inside the box, right? Or you guys want me to go over the box itself? What's up there, Lotus 420? Man, we're doing okay. You know, doing okay. I just want to tell you, you know, I own this one. This one's mine. So I guess we should probably be fair and talk about some of the features that the box. Yeah, Nitro and Electric RC goes talk about the box. Yeah, because it's pretty rare that we will see boxes like this really ever again. It's not the best condition box. What's up there, Chris? How you doing? He goes, what's in the box? And Michael Suja goes, let's box it. So I'll go over the box because, like I said, it's pretty rare that we'll see boxes with the original car for something like this already. By this time period, most people have just thrown them out. All right, so I'm not going to really read much of it, but I do want to point out some of the interesting features for this time period. Keep in mind, this is, you know, late 1990s type of stuff, late 1990s. So notice they make a reference to ball bearings. Yes, believe it or not, many RCs during this time period didn't come with ball bearings at all. So, you know, Traxxas, they still were using bushings. In fact, the cheap Traxxas models today, especially the electrics, they still use bushings all day long. They're called oil light bushings. Not bad. I kind of like them, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you for that channel donation from Pitbull Air Cooled. I appreciate that, man. We'll put that towards a power switch in this chassis, which almost always certainly is going to be necessary. So let's go over some of this stuff, you know, as they had it in the description. Nitro and Electrics RC goes the bronze bushings. Yes, I think the Traxxas called them the oil light bushings, but basically they were bronze bushings. In my experience, they were very good unless you got dirt into them, in which case it would create axle wear. It would basically be close to being undrivable. Oh, Copper Ski, thank you for becoming a new channel member. You will notice there are a couple of special features that channel members have, you know, prior streams that were members only, and sometimes the streams that are done go members only as well. So thank you for that. Yes, DST James goes, self-lubricating, they say. Yeah, that's what they say about those Traxxas ones. Yeah, Vintage Nitro World, what's up, man? I saw you left me a couple comments. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to respond to you. But Vintage Nitro World, man, I want you to know you're appreciated, okay? Right, let's continue. So 200 millimeter width for stable handling. Basically, it's typical 10 scale stuff. They're just telling you what you already know. 200 millimeters is what it is. Next up, HPI NitroStar 15 with tuned pipe. Right. So this is actually pretty interesting claim because the one prior to this didn't even have a tuned pipe. It had a muffler. Next up, countersunk purple anodized aluminum chassis. Typical stuff. I mean, this was still kind of the generation when RCs were not even, well, the chassis weren't always countersunk, especially Duratrax type stuff. So Copperski, welcome. Thank you once again. And guys, as I said, in the future, when there is a giveaway that's announced, and, you know, they could happen like literally any day. I'm going to have to open it up to members only, unlike last time. No. Okay, next up, we have Oil-filled shocks, I would say that's pretty much common. There really were no hobby-grade RCs that didn't have oil-filled shocks. Next, adjustable turnbuckles. Hold on a second. Where are my adjustable turnbuckles? I don't have them. My chassis is missing the turnbuckles. Okay, whatever. One mystery at a time. Can't handle all the mysteries. Okay, fuel tank with built-in primer. Normal stuff. It's really not that exceptional, but, you know, we do love primers. Super radial tires with gray Superstar wheels. Pretty great tires. Very good handling, in my opinion. Larger, easy-to-tune 4.6mm carburetor. What are they talking about? That is the world's smallest carb opening I've ever seen, guys. But, you know, it's a single needle carb, so really not much more they could really do. If this is bigger, imagine how tiny the old carb was. Wow, that probably would have been something crazy. Durable recoil starter for easy, reliable starting. So basically pull starter. What's up there, David, VIP Auto? How you doing, man? He recently picked up one of the world's sickest truggies I've ever seen. Hopefully when the weather warms up, you know, we'll go put it through its paces. So, NitroGang is out there wheeling and dealing, making great deals, being ethical, not being mean to people, you know. It's pretty good. New equal length suspension arms. Pretty typical for this generation of chassis. Let me see if there's anything else interesting on the side of this box, and then we'll continue. So, this was originally a Nissan GTR Skyline kit. Now, as you saw, I don't really have... You know what? I might have the body. I might have the body. I wonder... Okay, so we had this one right here. So there were two models available. The RS4 Nitro. Okay, hold on. Nitro 2. It was called a Nitro 2 and a Nitro RS4-2. I wonder what the difference is. Oh, hold on. This is just written not in English. Okay, this is written in not English. Okay, it's probably just what they called it. Anyway, that's what it is. The back of the box has the same... Oh, no, I just talked about the side, I think. What about this side? It's basically the same. All right, so it's basically the same on the side of the box. All right, it's enough with the box. Let's, guys, I said there's some stuff inside the box, right? Let's open up the box, everybody. What do you think is inside the box? Some box art? Some Chuck E. Cheese pizzas? What we got is, of course, some bodies. That's right, we got some bodies. I'm thinking this might actually be... there's about two bodies in here. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta wait a little wear there. We got Air Max 95. How you doing, man? We got Luke. What's up? Oh yeah, Luke. I remember that. Yeah, the Duratrack Street Force. I've actually never gotten a Duratrack Street Force on my own. Right. Yeah, DST James goes. That box would have got me hyped up back in the day. I agree, man. All right, so we're gonna open up this body first because like this one's like hard to take out. All right, so we have. I am not totally sure if this is an HPI shell or not. This is the Lotus Elise body. It's basically a pretty small car. These cars are quite small in real life. I honestly cannot tell you if this will even fit the chassis. If you guys want, I could try. What's up there, Woogie Nitro? How you doing, man? I was on a video today where I saw some comments from you. I think I left some comments as well. All right, so always great to see Woogie Nitro here. All right, so let's see if this even fits. I honestly don't think this body will fit. It does have a massive crack here in the back, but this the Lexan, it doesn't feel the same thickness as HPI. I'm not sure if this is a reproduction or not. So let's see. I'm gonna just try to put it on the RS4. We'll see how it goes, guys. I'm just curious because, like, listen, this was a used model. I'm not even sure if it will fit. Plus, the body posts are all crooked, so like, good luck with that. It's not even that easy to see at this point. Just curious if it even fits or not. And since one of my rear body posts is broken, it won't even really matter. All right, so yeah, I guess it does fit. Yeah, I guess it does fit. I'm honestly a little surprised right there. So we just need to raise the body post there in the front, the shock mounts. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, the body clips. It seems like it does fit. I was kind of convinced it wouldn't fit. Well, the rear is a little funny looking. Well, we can figure that out, yeah, because like it needs to be adjusted. So all of these bodies are a little bit different, funny looking size-wise. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. What do you think? It's not horrible. I mean, we got something. But these are like small bodies. The Lotuses are small cars in real life, you know. Like, let's take out the rest of the bodies that's in there. The GTR body. So the big problem with this shell is, here it is. This is a GTR shell. You could tell by the front lights. It looks like the beginning, a Skyline R24 GTR. Now, I didn't wash it. There's still plastic film over it, right? There's still plastic film over it. But it looks like I am missing the sticker sheets, which is pretty much really, really bad. You know, if you're missing the sticker sheets, you're basically toast. But the body is, it's a regular 200mm body. Without the sticker sheets, you basically have a RC car hat. That's what you got. But this is a genuine HPI shell. Maybe if I could locate the sticker somewhere, it would be usable. Otherwise, it's pretty much toast. Now, it looks like somebody started painting it and then just didn't put the back layer of it, right? Because I think this is one of those like semi-transparent paint jobs where you're supposed to put a backer, or like a backing coat. I'm not really a painting expert, guys, so don't like judge me on that. Oh, we got Michael Inzatari over from Australia here. How you doing? He's a Nitro executive of this channel. Everybody should know, Nitro exec. So we'll put this away. I'll, depending on if I'm ever able to get stickers, that'll be something, but most likely I will not. Now, I'm going to ask you all a question. What should we run for now? The Subaru body, and keep in mind, I will do my best to repair it, probably like right now, actually. So the Subaru body, this is the worst side. It's real cracked on this side. It's real bad. So Michael Burns over there, Kevin Burns, has really, really, really killed it. Yeah, so DST James goes, yeah, it needs to be backed by black or white. Basically, that was my understanding from, like, the couple times that I did paint bodies. So, I think I'm going to let you guys decide. The Lotus body, but the problem is I also don't have body posts right now, so I will be 3D printing body posts in the future. I do have a couple people on the project right now, right? So it's great when you have people around the world that are also trying to pursue the same hobby, and they're positive, ethical people that are not downers. You know what I mean? So I'm curious. Maybe we'll do a little Lotus 420 would definitely say Lotus. Okay, Pitbull Air Cooled goes Lotus. Oh, you guys surprised me. I actually didn't even wash this body. This is the body I didn't even wash. All right. Let me remove the body there for a minute, and we'll continue talking about the chassis itself. But at least we do have some bodies, right? So it looks like they were in a box like this, and probably someone really smacked it, and it didn't close that well. And that's probably why some of the cracks transitioned that way. But we'll leave the box. I'm thinking, do we want to know if we got compression? Or should I begin tearing down the electronics? I think I'm going to begin tearing down the electronics because I really want to make this thing a runner. And I also want to have a little bit of space to work on to install the Wolfpack parts, guys. But before we do that, I think we should probably take a look at the original ads for the Wolfpack hop-ups. All right, so once again, I want to say thank you guys for joining me here on the stream. We got A2RC. How are you, man? I know a dedicated viewer of and repairer and creator of RS4 content. So let me go to Wolfpack over here. Just want to point out what they would have looked like brand new. Always interesting to see, especially that we have the son of the person that made these parts here with us on the channel. So I don't remember which page it was, but we will get the page. Let me go to, oh, is this the chassis that we're actually looking at? Yep, Nitro RS4. Well, actually, this is this the RS4-2? No, this is the Nitro RS4 RTR. So the RTR model was actually a little bit different because the RTR already came with this pipe, with a side pipe. Notice they used the word hop-up, Nitro RS4 hop-up. the word upgrade was really never used during this time period. It was all hop-ups. All hop-ups at this time. You wanted to hop people up, you know? All right, so got a good request. Compression check. I'll do that. I'll do that. Compression check. I got you, man. So what I'll do, the test compressioning, I will lift it by the pull starter, okay? And we will know. Lifted by the pull starter. Well, guys, it's a Superman flying Nitro. We got some crazy compressioning, which is pretty rare to see on a 15 FE engine. I'll do this again for you. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's some crazy compression, in fact. So I'll spin it over. Yeah, we have very good compression. Very good compression. Now, just in case you don't believe me for whatever reason, I'll do it again after I spun it over. Boom. We could do a Booker T Twister-Rooney. All right? Anybody here used to watch old school wrestling? Not like today. Where everybody's champion today is The Rock's cousin. Yeah, KGM goes, that is crazy compressioning. Yeah, guys, everybody today is The Rock's cousin in wrestling. Sickening. All right. So the air filter element was obviously dead. So I just put a piece of foam in it myself. Chassis is really nice. Cooling heads look good condition. So I think what I'll do, I will begin just taking off the unnecessary old electronics. We don't have the radio. So, like, you know, you should probably just never run these stock electronics in terms of just reliability alone. So I'll remove them for now, just to have a little bit of space to work on. These batteries need to come out. It's going to be a whole adventure with this. So let me just remove this. It'll be a little easier for me to work with. Also, to install the Wolfpack parts, I want to install this. This will fit in right over there. All right, then we'll look at the parts in the magazine. I actually just forgot, and must have read someone's comment and forgot to look at the parts. And now my cat Sandy is gonna play with this receiver wire. Michael Sucha goes, I love George the Animal Steel. Yes, yes. Yeah, today everybody's you know, The Rock's cousin basically. The three Samoans. Can't even tell them apart. All right. Next up, we'll basically there's a bunch of wires here going on. I don't really want to deal with this. All right, here we go. We'll route this. Yeah, A2RC. I am happy you pointed this out, man. A2RC goes, the front foam bumper is one of the rarest parts of this car right now. That is totally true, man. It's very rare to see a foam bumper like this, actually. Super rare, you would know. Okay, so I think what we'll have to do, we'll have to remove this upper Y brace first. Well, I will tell you, that screw hole is almost always stripped. And in this case, it wasn't, which is pretty surprising, guys. Pretty surprising. Yeah, pretty long screw because it has to basically secure this entire rear Y brace. Yep, good comment here from AirMax95. He goes, reusable zip tie for the battery holder. Yes, let me remove these unnecessary wires and I'll show you guys. So this is actually the original zip tie for the battery holder. You know, I mean, it might seem like petty nonsense, but you really need the zip tie. Without the zip tie, yes, you could use a regular cheapo zip tie. Really, there's nothing wrong with that. You could do that. But I'm telling you, this is a useful feature. Like, super useful right here. Okay. So what I'll do... Uh-oh, almost lost the screw. I'm going to remove this rear Y brace. So we do want to make this a proper vintage Wolfpack car. I think that's going to be the goal. Also clean this up a little bit. Why not? Pretty easy to work on these models. What I need is, you know what, I need a driver. Hold on. Okay. No, you know what? Before I do that, I don't want to get too distracted. Let me show you the Wolfpack parts in the magazine. Let me just look up the page of where they are. Okay, here we go, guys. So, long ago, Bruckner Hobbies. Bruckner Hobbies was the name of the hobby store. It was in the Bronx. And they specialized in hop-ups. So notice on the top left over here, Wolfpack Radicals. Cool stuff for HPI and Serpent Nitro on-road cars. Now, the rear chassis, well, I called it the chassis. It's the shock tower. I might have called it something wrong. The shock tower. Here it is. The original shock tower, except, you know, we have blue. I mean, I like blue. Blue's really nice, too. So, here it is. It would have been 25 bucks. This is 2001, which I would say pretty fair price. You know, it's not like the world's worst price. It's pretty fair. They also had big block conversions. They had completely different, like, radio tray setups. We had, you know, giant cooling heads. We had, these were like alien head. They were called low-profile cooling head. Belt tensioners. Now, this part we have also. This is the part that we have in this bag. Let me show it to you. The rear belt tensioner. Here it is. The rear belt tensioner. Sickening. Beautiful machining quality. Now, here is the rear. Oh, well, it's not called the rear. It's called the chassis Y-brace stiffener. So that's the part that I will be putting on right now. Right, Wolfpack made a ton of parts, big block installation kits. They made entire chassis for Serpents. Now, I do have a Serpent Impact, I think. No, Serpent. Yeah, I think I have a 10 scale Serpent. But I prefer to stick to the HPIs. So, really super nice. And it's great knowing that the son of the person who made these parts is a channel viewer. Oh, awesome. So, let us continue. So what I'll do, we'll remove the brake cam. You guys let me know if the quality is okay or whatever. We'll continue. Remove the brake cam. Slide out the brake. Oh, it's already stuck in there because it's like super jammed in. Might need to get heated up. Let me see if it's gonna move easily on its own or not. Yeah, Paver Saver goes 23 bucks was 25 was 40 bucks today. Yeah, well, you know what? 40 bucks for a nice aluminum upgrade. Damn, this thing is stuck. This thing is jammed. I'm gonna have to probably heat this up. I can't slide this out easily on the brake cam. Damn. Hold on a second. You know what I'll do? I'll bang it a little. I'm gonna bang it a little. Damn it. Got stuck in that position. It should just slide out. Okay, we got it. Got it. Just basically all the oils over time. It got stuck. So yeah, we got it right there. Yeah, perfect. Remove that. We'll just put it back in later, and it'll be good to go. Yeah, these models are pretty easy to work on lately. You know, once again, you know, I'll give you guys a little bit of advice if you're trying to get one of these. You know, don't be too scared. The regular T3.0 engine is a direct fit into these. You really shouldn't have any problems. You know, I'm thinking if there's good weather in the near future, we will fire this up. The compression is fantastic. This is going to be a 100% runner, everybody. 100%. So thank you all for, you know, joining me on the stream. where the goal is to make an HPI great again. And also encourage HPI to make these cars again, you know? Vintage Nitro World goes, the T3.0 needs a new flywheel. Yes. You know what? I am happy you said that. Well, actually, no, I don't think it does. Because you could reuse these parts. You could definitely reuse these parts. I've converted one, but I've also had to use one time a Robinson Racing flywheel. Air Max over there. All right, so let's remove this part. It's pretty easy. Watch this. The Y brace is just going to slide out. Also, this will give me a good opportunity to clean some of these parts. All right, so here goes the Y brace. Technically, you're relying on this thin piece of plastic to stiffen the front and rear. Really not a good idea, you know, but that's how things were done back then. What are you going to do? All right, let me remove some of these wires that we got everywhere. Also, we're going to probably have to upgrade the power switch. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be an endeavor, which is like thinking the brand that owns WWE now, until they cancel, like, you know, everybody. So let me see. I did install the T3.0 into some of these chassis, and yes, you do need a collet flywheel, but technically these parts will still work as long as you have the originals. So we gotta clip this. This is actually a little annoying to remove. So what you gotta do, you gotta hold this tab like pretty good and then push up on it. All right, there we go. All right, we got it. All right, so we'll take the battery pack out. Now, I'm curious, guys. Let's take a bet. Good comment here from A2RC. He goes, the stock OEM plastic parts are very good. You are correct. They are very good. Check this out, everybody. We got batteries from 2005. And that's actually the best before date. So probably these were like 5-year shelf life batteries. Probably put in like the year 2000. Oh, Pitbull Aircrew goes, I never seen a receiver like this. Well, man, yeah, these were the original AM receivers. Let me unplug some of these parts. But basically, almost all these old 2-channel radios were using these Airtronics receivers. You know, I ran them also when these were new. I never had a problem. Only had one runaway, literally, with one of these cars. It only happened one time. And technically, that's not even bad. People have more runaways today with, like, modern systems randomly, you know, due to, like, batteries popping out. But, you know, this is different level stuff right here, okay? Yeah, airbags goes, batteries from my senior year of high school, pretty much. So what I'll do, I'm going to unplug this, because the problem is also all of these wires are JST, pretty much non-standard. I'll check if this connector, this battery pack works or not, but that's probably going to be a different video. Let me just put it to the side. I'm just going to clean up some of these wires for now. Oh, look, somebody put some kind of blue sealant on it over here. What is that? Probably old hot glue or something. Now let's just unplug everything, get rid of the wires. Yeah, this is the old style Airtronics 2-channel receiver made by Sanwa. Sanwa still makes some of the best electronics in the industry. Right? Even the receiver wire is nicely protected as it's exiting the box. The modern FlySky receivers, the wires just come out. Good luck, you know. Sometimes if you apply too much tension on this, you know, FlySky, you will lose signal. So, but for us, we'll just put these parts to the side. All right. It's a little on the very... Check out this wiring mess. So this is the power switch. I am most likely going to convert the power switch as well. Not a bad idea. Oh man, what is this, wax? Did they put like hot wax on this to seal the wires together? Yes. DST Jim goes, yeah, Sanwa have those race remote style for big bucks. Yeah, Sanwa's no joke. Yeah, this looks like somebody put... Well, it might have been wax at one point. Usually, I don't know why they just didn't use a zip tie. It would have been way more efficient to just use a zip tie. All right, so let me clean up some of these wires. Guys, once again, thank you for... Give me a second here. I have to reload a page there. All right. Everybody could see okay. Just let me know how the quality is. Sometimes when I'm moving too much, it distorts the quality, which is not very good. Just let me know. RCA&E, how are you? He goes, is belt driven better than shaft? Well, they're two different styles of drive. I would say for certain purposes, you want belt, and for certain purposes like bashing, you want shaft drive. Now, almost all of the world's premier racing cars, even modern Serpents, X-Ray, when they're talking about the 8th scale on-road pan cars, they all use belt drive. The reason is you really don't need a slipper clutch for a belt drive. The belts provide enough absorption of that drivetrain shock that that's what they use, right? Also, some of the world's fastest Schumacher cars, rated to do 80. The Schumacher Fusion, Schumacher XTR 3E, they also all use belt drive, and they've used belt drives for pretty much forever. I don't think they have a single shaft drive car. But for bashing, look how much better this wire is now. But for bashing, what you want is shaft drive, right? But on a shaft drive car, you have a lot more drivetrain shock. Yo, Mama, how you doing, man? Yo, Mama is here with us. He goes, I have 2 of these, thanks to you. Man, proud of you. Yeah, these cars are actually probably one of the best vintage Nitros to get. Not only because of parts availability, but also the parts, even now, they are still very, very good quality. Literally close to no deterioration in the parts and the shocks and nothing. And I want to rip this off because it's kind of getting in the way there. This plastic piece there. Hard for me to work with. Just want to rip it off. All right, it's much better. Let me clean up these wires. So, yes, back to the shaft drive versus belt drive. Now, these are very old belts. Safe to say, 20 plus years old. In fact, they look almost like, I don't notice any obvious distortion. Now, yes, the rear belt actually isn't very good. The rear belt is quite bad, but it's not ripped. I do see a good amount of, issues there in the middle. It looks like it will be needing some service in the near future, but it doesn't look like it's going to rip anytime soon. So most likely what happens with belt drive cars is a pebble will get stuck in a sprocket. And that pebble will rip through the belt from the inside. And that is usually what causes fraying, cracking, stuff like that. So really not good. But, honestly, on these belt drive cars, you should always be checking the way they spin after every run, right? If you notice any weird driveline friction, stop, don't drop, and don't roll your car. Like that old fire suppression thing in America. It was, for those of you that are not Americans, you might not know, but in America, they teach kids in school, stop, drop, and roll, right? So we'll keep these wires for now, but when you stop, drop, and roll, you want to check your belts as well, right? Now, unfortunately, this model doesn't really come with belt tensioners. That's why hop-ups were made with belt tensioners. The Super Nitro did come with belt tensioners, but this one did not. And unfortunately, when you don't have belt tensioners, that does give a good opportunity for pebbles to make their way into the open sprockets a little easier, right? If it's a little more compressed, it's a little tougher, right? So, make sense? Okay. You guys let me know how the viewership quality is, and I will continue. Sometimes the quality seems to get a little bad, but then it gets a little bit better, right? But it's only kind of like a one-time in a lifetime experience when you have a sickening rare nitro like this with like the world's best hop-up parts that you could install. And I want to make sure people don't miss out on that. All right, Air Max, thank you, man. Man, this is so... It's honestly really not that dirty if you really think about it for like, you know, a 25-year-old RC. Man, you guys realize it's 2004? I mean, 2024. Sickening. So let me get a clean one here. I want to clean this up a little more. David Sinclair goes, do you wear gloves when you clean that car? Not really, man. I mean, you know, what's there to wear gloves for, you know? You could if you wanted to, but to be honest with you, these are like really tiny parts. It really isn't that comfortable to wear gloves and work on these things, in my opinion. And it depends what level of clean you really want. You know, obviously, if you disassemble it, you could wash these parts individually, but that's all personal preference. I mean, you know, if you're asking about, like, is there any kind of biohazard here, really not any different than, like, opening up a can of cheese, you know, just kidding around. But seriously, yeah, really nothing here that is that much of a tragedy. Okay. Damn, keep having things falling. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like to have things falling and like vibrations for no reason. I mean, it looks a little better. I did like a mini cleanup, you know. It's better. You know, we're not trying to do this as a showroom quality piece. You know, it's not like you're buying a Corvette over here, so it's pretty fine. Suspension, the shocks are good. Drivetrain, I don't see any obvious issues here in the back. It looks pretty normal to me. All right. Next up, everybody. What should we do? Install the rear Y brace or what? Go ahead. Tell me what you want. It's pretty easy to install. Nothing crazy there. Let me just clean this linkage first. Always a good idea to clean the linkages. I'm not going too crazy with cleaning this model. It's going to be a driver. The question is, have I started this up? No. I literally just got it this week, but the compression is very good. I really shouldn't have any kind of problem. Right, when I have group consensus, it really would not be a bad idea, honestly, to check the clutch in this. But I could check that clutch later. Brake cam seems fine. Let's see. Yeah. Compression is very good. Clutch bell seems normal. This, in fact, appears to be, unless I'm mistaken, this is a vented clutch bell. I don't think these came with vented clutch bells. See that vent over there? This is for sure a vented clutch bell. All right, guys, if you can, please give this video a like. You know, I do this content to share it with everybody. It's nice to be a little bit of appreciated, but keep in mind, you know, the like button will hopefully push this out to more viewers out there. And if our goal is to make Nitro great again, we should all share the same goal and give it a thumbs up if you can. All right. So Air Max goes, that's the stock bell. I'm pretty sure I worked on RS4s where the bell wasn't vented. All right, it doesn't matter. Let's not discuss too much about the bell. We don't care about that. Oh, you know what? I see right there in the sprocket, some of that blue stuff has gotten in the front sprocket. That's why you shouldn't use stuff like that in the front sprocket. I'm gonna have to try to get it out. You see, like even something basically like this over time will cause wear, and it's not fitting into the tooth correctly in the front sprocket right there. Not good. All right, I got most of it out. Most of it out. All right. Let's take a quick little detour, and we will look at a fellow NitroGang members RC. Nitro and Electrics RC. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but guys, it's going to be epic. All right, let me just go to the couple pictures he sent me. I told him, bro, send me a couple pictures. I'm sure the NitroGang would want to look at what it is that you've recently got yourself. And he sent them over. All right, here we go. Let me just download some of them. Or actually, we don't need to download none of them. I'll just show them to you individually. There we go. Now this is a fellow NitroGang member's ride. Carlo, Nitro and Electrics RC. Send this over to me, and I asked him, man, is it okay if I share this with the rest of the audience? So this is actually a brand I have heard of, Edom Hobby. Never really seen them on the road, but this appears to be a pretty high-end 10th scale with the Novarossi .12 race-tuned nitro engine. That is actually pretty incredible. I've never seen these on the road. But if you notice, this is a very high dollar value car. Also running belt drive, as people were asking me here earlier. Belt drive as well, with pretty nice foam tires. Center mounted fuel tank. It looks like it will need electronics, of course. Probably kit only. Let me check the rest of the pictures that we have. We'll show you the other side. So here is the other side. Awesome Novarossi pipe. Oh man, yeah. So, you know, triple belt setup, just like the Serpents, just like the 8 scale on-road cars. So, you know, when someone said, what about belt versus shaft? Well, the best race cars in the world use belt drives. That's just how it's always been, and probably how it always will be. So, special thanks to Carlo from Nitro and Electrics RC for sending over a couple pictures for us to look at. Super sickening. Yeah, carbon fiber plate, Eric and Matthew. Yeah, this is pretty much up there. Interesting. It looks like it has a regular front diff. Surprised it's not like a one-way diff, like one of those aluminum diffs. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So, all right, let's get back to the HPI Nitro RS4. Once again, special thanks for providing us with some interesting content for viewers to appreciate. All right, now, yeah, those are not cheap. I don't even want to think about how much they are. It's probably a fortune. All right, let's continue, everybody. Now, RCANE goes. What's up, Michael Norris, bro? Welcome. Don't worry, man. Nitro World Order will never die. You can show up anytime, man. You know, you're always welcome. Good question here from RCANE. I have never used foam tires. Are they any good? Foam tires are incredible for 10 scale nitros. I'm telling you, man, if you're going to go for speed runs, get like a set of, even those eBay cheap foam tires are very good. The thing is, basically, if you brake heavy and it will slide, your tires will be dead in one tank of fuel. So, you know, if you're really trying to get some longevity out of foam tires, you gotta be really slow with them. You know, well, I don't want to say slow, but don't do crazy braking and acceleration runs. But the foam tires handle better than anything you've ever had before. You know what I'm saying? How you doing there, Haywire, RC, and Josh Crow? What's up? All right, so let's continue, guys. I'm gonna work on installing this original Wolfpack rear Y brace onto this RS4 chassis. Good comment there from DST James. Lasts longer than the infraction hoons. That's pretty much the truth, man. That's pretty much the truth, man. All right, so the inside here is actually not too bad. I don't know. Should I give this a little wipe down, everybody? What do you want? You want me to give it a little wipe down? It looks a little dirty. You know, I'm not going for like 100% clean here. Just going for okay. What's up, Andy Barnett? By the way, guys, if you still haven't ordered, or if you're looking to order the the Serpent 1/8 scale on-road car, it is in stock. I did put a link for it. Oh, special thanks to Hoser1 once again for gifting a channel membership. And let's see who got it. Eric's RC's got it. Sickening. Eric's RC's is a former channel member. So I'm happy we got a positive individual who got it. Special thanks once again. You know, I probably should take this and like wash it, but whatever, it should be okay. I'm not doing too crazy on it, you know. All right, let us continue. Hoser1, a big channel supporter. Let's see what else we need to clean here. Either way, I'm probably gonna wind up cleaning that side later because most likely this power switch is bad. You know, the other day I was talking to my friend over here, Michael Zatari, and he was actually surprised to hear that I replaced almost all the power switches. So, you know, that's like, it's pretty inexpensive to replace the power switch. In fact, the new power switches are very, very good quality. You really should replace them. All right, so there's like a little bushing that goes along with this part. All right, so here it goes, guys. I'll show you where this bushing goes. Beautiful machined aluminum, right? I used to know what Schneller means. I kind of forgot now what it means. Anybody want to look it up? You can look up. I forgot what Schneller means. It's a German word. So look up Schneller in German, somebody. All right, so let's install this part. So the way it works is this little bushing will go over here. Okay, the little bushing will go here. The reason is the original part for this had an extra kind of built-in spacer right there. Right, so since the aluminum, if you take a look at it, it's not the same thickness. So since it's not the same thickness, we need a secondary backup, kind of like a giant washer, to accommodate for this thickness over there. That's kind of the goal with this regard. All right, let's continue, everybody. Air Max goes, Schneller means more quickly. Is that accurate? Well, accurate or not, I think it's logical. So in this case, I think I'm not going to remove the engine because the compression is very good and the engine is not seized. I think it doesn't need a removal. If you guys agree, we'll be good. Oh, we got Texas Hill Country here, a good friend of mine. He goes, Schnuller porting is a system to improve efficiency on valveless two-stroke engines by giving better scavenging. That is true, but what does Schneller mean? Definitely doesn't mean hot dog. All right, let's put this in. So I think this part will have to go on top. Yeah. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to go like that. Then I'll insert. Oh, God. Sorry for that vibration, guys. I really hate the vibrations. All right. So we'll install this beautiful Y brace. Man, this part is just really nicely made. Let me get this brake up. All right. All right, so this part is in. The rest is just basic screws. And it's basically done. Easy. This is actually a very functional hop-up. You know, there are hop-ups. We're using that word today. You know, obviously the synonym is upgrade. This is a usable one, in my opinion. So I'm not screwing them in too hard yet. Just want to make sure the brake cam moves freely. Okay, brake cam moves normally. No obstruction there. Only thing I'm worried about is the offset of the screw head. This might need like a low profile screw head. We'll see if it obstructs it in any way. So let me screw this in tighter. All right, let's get the brake cam in. What I'm worried about is I might have to cut down. Let me just see if it works. No, it's good. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. make this a little more in there. All right. There we go. And now just tighten this up. The brake cam itself, easy install. No questions asked. All right, it moves freely. It doesn't hit the screw. I thought it would be hitting the screw because of the clearance, the tolerance of this brake cam, but it's fine. All right, so it's pretty good. Beautiful anodizing. I mean, guys, I don't know. I think this part has just like made this chassis. What do you think? Could we get a positive thumbs up for that? Or what? So the other parts I do have, we do have, this is the belt tensioner for the rear, right? A2RC could appreciate it. Thank you, man. This is the belt tensioner for the rear. Now, in my case, my belt is actually not very good. So I don't think I'm going to put this on for now. Just because my belt is actually quite trash, I think it needs to be a little more flexible for now. Because this belt basically is half killed. And I do have a center belt tensioner, again from Wolfpack Radicals, but it's purple. You know, we're gonna have like purple and blue, but whatever. Listen, colors are colors, you know? Colors are colors. Air Max 95, yes, these are valuable. I can't sell them. You know, these are not for sale. These were donated to me by a great channel viewer and the son of the person who made these parts. So there's no way I will ever sell these. You know, these are either going to be given to some of my friends in the hobby, or they will make it onto one of my own nitros, basically. So really appreciate that, man. You know, I didn't start this channel with the hopes of being a millionaire. I didn't quit my day job. I didn't go trash talking other people. So, you know, we're just making vintage nitros great again. That's what we're doing. So let us continue, everybody. Now, what about this? What do you say? A left or right? It's like the Twix, right? Oh, these must have been like different generation runs. I think we're going to go with the left. What do we got, guys? Left? We're going to let one of you guys vote. Left or right? I think we're going to go with the left. Yeah, A2RC goes left. Okay, we'll go with the left. All right, Air Max left. Josh Crow left. Benjamin Martinez left as well. All right, sickening. Let's see the rest of the votes coming in. James Simroth left. Nitro RC and Electric left. Nitro RC and Electrics. I don't know if you were here or you stepped away for a second. I showed the RC that you're working on. The Edom, the team Edom. So I did show it. You know, people did like it. They were blown away by the belts. You know, Terra Curry goes to the left as well. Yeah, let's do it. Really a beautiful upgrade. All right, so let's do the rear installation. I'm wondering if this will be that easy or if I should like save this for a video. Let's see. So we need to take off. All right, it's pretty easy. Just a couple basic parts. All right, yeah, we could do it. So what do I need? I need a couple of... So I need to remove these shock posts. And I need the other tool. Where's the other tool? I just had it. All right, whatever. We're just going to remove this. With the screws first. They're just basically 2 screws. It's really simple. By the way, this rear Y brace also fits the Super Nitro, everybody. It fits the Super Nitro as well, in case you were wondering. Because I recently installed one onto Benjamin Martinez's Nitro. And that was a Super Nitro. So, I gotta say, man, pretty good chassis design on these HPIs. Parts interchangeability is a key thing. All right, let's get this one out. All right, it's coming out. Oh, so far no stripped screws. That's amazing. All right, so let's get the rear shock mount off. That's pretty easy, right? Just popped off. Pretty straightforward. I'll have to remove the shock mounts themselves and the body posts. That's okay, yeah. So this is it. This is the complete part. Once I remove the body post and this, we'll be good. I wonder if you will need nuts to back up the backing nuts. I think, well, I'll probably just install it how it is right now. But really, you need the backing nuts for aluminum connections like this. All right, so that's okay. That's no big deal. We can work with that. Let me get the parts I need. I mean the tools I need, and we'll work on that. Hobby Man RC, man, how you doing? Thank you for that channel donation. I appreciate it. He goes, what's up, Nitro Gang? Melissa and the rest of the Nitro Gang people. Thank you, man. Hobby Man RC, been a channel viewer for a long time. And just the overall positive individual, which really matters. So let me just flip this over a little to me. Sickening. All right, you guys probably not seen my face for a while. It's a little hard for me to sometimes record in this manner. So what I'll do is, let me just sit this way a little bit. I'll work on these parts that I have to remove in this fashion, and it'll be a little bit easier for me, really. All right, so special thanks to that once again, Hobby Man RC. All right. Okay. Let me check the lights. 1 second. All right, so I'm just gonna basically remove some of these parts. You gotta remember where these go. So these go in the lower body posts. So actually these have a couple more. No, this is pretty good. Oh, whatever, I'm not too worried about the geometry. I'm gonna remove some of these shock mounts. Well, this way I could read what you guys are saying and not look at my tiny screen on the camera to read it. All right, so Friday Night Nitro, guys. Tomorrow will be a sickening video. Michael Norris goes, have you had Taco Bell lately? Oh, I actually had it the other day. They do have, look at this, awesome tools, man. HPI even used awesome hardware. I mean, these are like old now, but whatever. I still like their anodized parts. Beautiful bowl cup. Bowl end, rather. Forgot what the actual terminology is. But, you know, you don't really remove these parts to, like, have to know it that much, right? All right. All right, we got over 100 viewers here in the stream. I appreciate you guys. You know, before you leave, I do want you to know that the Losi buggy, Losi 8 buggy, is still on sale for $2.99. I put a link in the description to this video if you want to get it. I did in fact order one of the Losis that were on sale, but it's that electric hammer ray, whatever they call it. I do have some epic sickening plans with it in the near future. A ball stud, yes, the ball stud it's called. Sickening ball studs, man. Never leave home without your ball stud. All right, so that's good. What I'll do, you know, it's probably a good idea to put these into the Wolfpack parts and then put in the shock, the body posts. And I do have, I'm going to be eventually making new ones with these with a 3D printer. So don't think, guys, you know, obviously all of my RS4s have dead body posts, literally all of them. All right, so let me continue. So it looks like these go on the outside lower portion. Okay, the outside lower portion is this. Whatever, just hang back, guys, while I put this in, okay? All right. So, yeah, pretty good. The threads are perfect. Outside lower portion, yeah, like that, basically. All right. Yeah, pretty good. Obviously, we're going to need... Nah, you know what? The machining on this part is so epic that actually you don't even need nuts on the back, I think. The machining is like so good on this part. Man, purple and blue hanging out together. Sickening. Right? Alright, so let me remove the body posts, or more like what's left of them. What's left of them. Literally what's left of them. Yeah. Upload Freedom goes, you need nylon nuts on the back. If I can find some, I'll put them on later. I do know that I need the lock nuts on the back. Like, I'm not telling you you don't. You definitely do need it. But right now, you know, in my current area where I'm sitting, I don't have any. So we'll do what we can for now. Let me just get this in. So it's positioned this way. Let me just get this in correctly first. So it's positioned on the inside. Hold on, did I do this wrong? So they're supposed to be on the inside. Let me see. I think we made a little mistake. Let me just redo this here a little bit. I think these are supposed to be on the outside. I think I put them in the wrong position. Okay, these are supposed to be on the bottom outside. It's no big deal. We'll just redo it. All right. Man, the threads are really good. The thread machining are incredible on these Wolfpack parts. Real incredible. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, very nice parts. I see now why the Wolfpack parts were like top dog. I will put the nylon thread, nylon lock nuts later on. Don't think I'm not gonna do it. I will do it later, but for now, I just need to get these parts installed back on and worry about the next topic. You know, for this at least. Let me put this on now. So this will go on the front and the back, like in this position. I think. Let me see. How does this go? Oh, I see how this goes. So this would be. I just want to make sure I'm in the right position with the body posts, because the thing is there's extra holes on this shock mount. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the right position, because there's for sure extra holes. Let me see. All right, it looks like I got it. Okay. All right, it looks like I got it. The thing is, how am I gonna do this that well? All right, I got it. It's good. If it's wrong, I'll just redo it. Thing is, these are like not countersunk, and I'm using countersunk screws. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna ruin nothing. So. All right, it's good. Body post is in. There you go. Body post is in. So it's basically using the inside holes that are not countersunk. All right. Escobar, how you doing, man? Let me put in the second one. We'll put it back on the car. Man, that's the problem. These damn body posts. This one broke off right in the box. All right, it's pretty good. There we go. So from stock to Wolfpack. So guys, I don't really need a thread lock. I know you're all talking about thread lock. I will be putting on lock nuts on this side of the nut later. This perfectly a good amount of exposed space there, thread for a proper lock nut. It'll be fine. All right, so let's go back to the RS4. I'm just gonna clean it up here a little. And I gotta say, the old RS4 shocks are like impressive. They don't even leak. They're very impressive. Feel like we should clean one of these shocks. You guys want me to disassemble one of these shocks? I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy with the content here today, you know? So I'm putting all the old stuff on the floor for now. Okay, let's go back to the shocks. All right, so I think what I'll do, I think I want to clean one of these shocks. I don't know why. It's the shock body is super dirty. Don't really like dirty shock bodies. So we'll clean this up and put in the shock tower brace. Oh, we got Grateful Dabs here. How are you, man? Let me clean this up a little. I just don't like dirty shocks when it goes back on. Oh. Ah, this thing is hard to remove. All right, we got it. All right, we got the retainer off, the shock retainer. Pretty dirty. The spring, I'm gonna clean up the spring a little bit. Normally I would wash all of this in a sink, but just want to clean up one shock at least right now. Springs still look literally like they're brand new. Very nice quality on these HPI parts. And now we got the shock body. A pretty normal amount of oil in there. It even has a little bit of rebound still. So I'm not even going to add any oil. It looks pretty normal. Let's see what you guys are saying. I see you guys are talking about plastic renewer. I mean, the plastic part quality on this chassis is pretty normal. I don't think we need any of that. So the shock post, the body post always break. That's just kind of like an RS4 sickness. And they're made to be kind of the weaker material. That way nothing else breaks. What's up, Steven Bandy? How you doing? All right. So it looks normal. That's it. We cleaned it up a little bit there. We good with that, everybody? Pretty good. Let's get the parts back in. And that's it. There we go. We got ourselves a clean shock. Now, I do need a little bit of preload here, but literally nothing wrong with it. Perfect tension. Spring is good. Aluminum cap is still good. I don't see any obvious signs of leaks either. Good job. Okay, so now we fix the sliding a little bit. We will continue. I'm going to give you guys the epic RS4 rear end. You want that rear end? You got the rear end. Look at that rear end. Oh my God, that's $1 million rear end view. Shaft drive, well, dog bones really. It's not considered shaft drive. It's belt drive, but the dog bones are, obviously in the wheels. One of the most popular upgrades during this time period would have been MIP CVDs. MIP CVDs would have been what you wanted. But in this case, this is what we got. Radial tires are mostly in okay condition. They're not glued on like really anywhere. You can tell right here, it's not even glued to the rim. Probably had too much power, ripped itself off, So we'll have to do some gluing later on, but that's no big deal. In fact, these tires handle pretty okay. They balloon a nice amount also. This is before belted tires came out, so don't expect anything too insane. Sickening. All right, everybody, guys, come on. You got to give this video, and we'll install them with the Wolfpack Radicals. Question is, will I need pliers for this, or am I strong enough? I don't know. Sometimes you can pop them in, sometimes you can't. Can't do it. Can't pop it in. Definitely need pliers. These are pretty good plastic part quality over here. All right, there we go. Pop that one in. And this one I'm not going to clean. We'll just stick that in there. That's what it's going to look like, guys. It's honestly super beautiful. Because this shock tower also accommodates for the future use if you ever use a sway bar kit. Which we don't have one, but you can use a sway bar kit in the future. Which is a really nice option. So pretty much a very, very beautiful option part. The Wolfpack Radicals parts. Oh, we got iFly65. How you doing? DST James knows. Nitro World Order Wolfpack. This is going to be known as the NWO team car. In fact, maybe one day, this will be the ultimate NitroGang giveaway. I'm not even joking. I got a lot of RS4s. This is just one that we're working on. Alright. Pretty good parts quality, man. There's also screws you could put in here. There's some two spare screws you could put in there. But generally, this is where the sway bar will go. If I'm ever able to get a sway bar, I'll install a sway bar. But for now, we are living the sway bar free life. Everybody, clean this up. So, welcome to the sway bar free life. Let's spot. Oh, you know what? I think we made a little mistake over there. I think these shock components, yeah, this should be screwed in on the other side. Okay, we made a little mistake because I probably should have looked at the way this was screwed in. The original shock tower would have been this way, but I think, let me see, is this supposed to be on the other side? I think these body posts, shock mount's supposed to be on that side. It's alright, it's no big deal. We'll just put them in from the other side. It's no big deal. Yeah, they're supposed to be on this side. Otherwise, the shock can't extend towards this direction. All right, made a little mistake. It's no big deal. They're not suits. It's easy to remove. All right, I'm just gonna put it in from the other side. Don't worry, it's cake. All right, that's good. That's perfect. All right, I'll do the same with this side. Actually, you know what? Let me snap this in just for now. Let me just snap this in for now. Ah, damn, it's hard to snap in. All right, perfect. Okay, geometry is perfect. So the lock nuts will go on this side, obviously. No big deal, no big deal. Listen, can't beat yourself up over basic small mistakes, you know? It happens. All right. Well, it's no big deal. All right, that's good. I'm gonna snap this shock in, and we're basically done with that upgrade. Well, hop up. Did I say upgrade? Damn it. It's so ingrained in us to say upgrade. But really, these are hop-ups. Because Wolfpack Radicals would have wanted you to call them hop-ups. Now, I gotta say, this honestly looks real epic. Perfect ride height. Upload Freedom, how you doing? I support Upload Freedom over here. It's a good username. So, beautiful design. I mean, this is gonna look real mean when it's accelerating away from you, you know? Right, guys? Let's see what other hop-ups we might have. I'm wondering. I have this too, but it's not the same color. Well, I'll worry about this chassis stiffener, the brace later. Ball bearing supported, quite nice. We'll worry about that later. All right, for now, this is what we got. I think we're going to do a little more work on it, maybe. I'm going to let you guys suggest something. Okay, so make a suggestion. I will consider it. Eric and Matthew, bro, that would be great. So very happy with these parts. Honestly, they look fantastic. They look fantastic. Tomorrow daytime, I'll most likely go fire this up. Let us. Well, I can't fire this up because it's cold outside, so can't be doing that. I'm wondering, should I replace the power switch or just keep it how it is? The other thing I can do, I could actually probably check the electronics. I got a question. Do I have other cool rims? I have a couple of these 10 scale tires and wheels. Yes, that is true. I do. These wheels are honestly not terrible. For a single speed, they're okay. You know, they're just a little old. So yeah, they tend to, these radial tires tend to like kind of bulge in the middle there. That's kind of like the only real bad part. Let's see. I did have a couple other items planned I wanted to look at with this chassis. Yeah, Lotus 420 goes, it needs a better pipe. So, you know, that is totally the truth. Unfortunately, with these models, okay, Eric and Matthew goes, put in the 2 lower screws in a tower was designed to strengthen the rear. So, yes, I need these 2 lower screws. Let me see if I can find any right now, to be honest with you. I don't know if I have any right now because, like, they didn't come with them. So, let me see if I could find some. Okay, so at this moment in time, cannot find the 2 screws, the countersunk screws I need for this. I will get them later, so it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Yes, I will put them in. So what else can we do with this, guys? You got any suggestions? I will take your suggestions seriously. Go ahead. Give me some suggestions. So yes, as Lotus 420 was saying regarding the pipe, the problem with the pipe, these use an engine that is mounted in such a position that technically no car, they're not really in production anymore is what I'm trying to say. This 10 scale side exhaust type setup will need like a, well, it's going to need, what is this called? A 180 degree header. There's basically no 180 degree headers anymore because you will need a side exhaust header like this to come out, dual loop, and go this way. So you're going to need a 180 degree header. Pretty uncommon. Like, you know, the RS4-2 headers are 90 degree headers. But a header like this, pretty uncommon. You know, good luck finding that. It's not going to be easy. I wonder if we can check out the electronics. I do have a setup going, so let me see if we can make that happen. All right, so even basic things like exhausts with these old models, really not that piece of cake. All right, so Sean Craner, how you doing? Goes, the Traxxas Pro 15 header fits. So the Traxxas Pro 15 header. Let me think. Let me think about that. So the thing is that header is almost also difficult to get. from the original, yeah, the side exhaust Pro 15. Yeah, I know what you're talking about for the like the Sport Nitro Sport. The thing is, those headers are designed. The Traxxas headers are actually designed to be used with this pipe from a Fortec. So now you're gonna have to run like something like this with like a header with a boot that's designed for that header. So they're not full length headers, is what I'm saying. It's really not gonna be that easy. Oh, we got. You have a good night there, Michael Sucha, man. Thank you for being here. Upload Freedom, thank you for your viewership and comments. I will see you in the future. For now, what I want to do, yeah, the tires are pretty bad. I know. Oh yeah, we also have different directional tires over here. Good comment there from DST James. We got to swap the tires. I'll take a look at that later. I have to remove the tires anyway to wash the wheels like really well and also glue them. So I'm gonna check the direction later on anyway. I know that they're crooked at this point. What I want to do is check out if the electronics work at all. Unfortunately, this is a really bad battery pack, but we'll do a quickie, We got to vote for a quickie or no? Oh man, this is like the world's dirtiest batteries right here. Holy moly. This is going to be the dirtiest battery quickie ever. I'm just curious to see if they work at all. I do have electronics set up. We got about 85 people here in the stream. I appreciate you guys spending your Friday nights. Well, let's see what we got. So there was no corrosion. So maybe they'll be fine. Now, this model memory should be number 4. So I'm at 14. So these are JST plugs, but they should still plug in, I think. Let me see what happens. Plug in the power switch, the power wire. All right. So it's in the off position now. So these JST plugs, not really designed for this particular receiver, but it technically should still work because it'll still get the positive and negative terminals either way, but really not ideal. But the JST plug will still work in a receiver like this. What I'll do, we'll just plug in the servo. We'll see if we get any power or what happens. All right, I'm going to plug it in, fire it up. Oh, what's up there, Christina and Terry? How you doing? Yeah, we're doing great. We're just, installing some Wolfpack Radical parts, some of the best in the world. Got 2 of them in here on this RS4. Sickening. Let's plug this in. Well, it's plugged in. I'm going to just turn it on. We'll see if we have any power to the receiver. Just curious. I'm basically just troubleshooting the power switch at this point. All right. We got steering, everybody. That's good news. Steering is actually quite adequate. Look at that. It's quite adequate. These are Airtronic servos. So not the HPI. These are the proper Airtronics quality servos. Man, that is epic. Let's put in the throttle. I heard it, a little noise from the throttle servo. All right. So let's check out the throttle servo. Sickening. Okay, so it's reversed. We need it to be in the wrong position. It's reversed. Let me change the throttle reversing for channel 2. Okay. In fact, the steering is also reversed. So we'll go to channel 1. Reverse, normal. Okay. Left, right, good. Throttle, good. But we have to adjust our shift point. I'm sorry, not shift point. What am I talking about? There's no shift point. It's not a 2-speed. Our idle. Yeah, so let me adjust the idle there. so we'll have to adjust the settings. So far, man, this RS4 is actually quite nice. No problems electronic-wise. Servos work. Oh, that's dirty. Gotta clean that. I'm gonna need like a different towel wipe fund over here. It's a pretty nice chassis, man. I gotta say, I like working on these models. Never get tired of a nice RS4. Well, unless, you know, they piss you off. But it should be okay. All right, so far so good. What I'll do, the servo horn is in the wrong position. Gotta remove the servo horn. Oh. Yeah, okay. So we need to put it back to idle, basically. All right. So what I'll do, let me put this closer to closed. So that is basically closed on the throttle. I'm basically closing up the rotary carb. All right, rotary carb is closed. How do we know? Let me show you the carb opening itself, right? I'll show you the carb, guys. Take a look at the carb. So we got throttle, we got brake, and we got full throttle. Look at that, full throttle, guys. Carb fully open. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we'll tighten this down. And the minor throttle trim settings, we can work on those later. Let me check the brakes as they actually are. The brakes are too strong, so what I'll do, brakes are too strong. I'm gonna remove this a little bit. Not remove, more like turn it out. Brakes too strong. Okay, rolls beautiful now. Rolls fantastic. Brakes are, oh my God, they're so good. This is why I love RS4s. The brakes are like phenomenal. Oh yeah. That's it. RS4 gang. Well, I discovered a small issue just now. Anybody want to tell me what the small issue is? I just discovered a small issue with the carb. The throttle arm is actually moving. So that's actually not good. I need to screw this in. All right, so basically I'm gonna have to remove this again. No, guys, not good, not good. That's not good. So this throttle arm has to be really tight. So what I'll do, just going to screw it in like this. Whatever, this is basically just for me. You guys don't have to pay attention to this. Let me just screw in this throttle arm in this position. So I have to have it, my finger there, and I have to screw it in really crazy. All right, now undo it a little. So everybody understand what I'm doing right here? No, it's a little too crooked. It has to go this way a little. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, that's good. Whew, Eric RC, bro. Well, welcome back. All right, just making sure the throttle arm on the carb isn't totally crooked. So now it's good. It was actually in the wrong position. Now we can install the throttle back on. Servo horn, rather. All right, that's perfect. All right. Now let's check the servo. All right, perfect. Okay. Okay, so the brakes are actually too strong. We don't need brakes that strong at all. Okay. Okay, the brakes are actually way too strong. When I move it, it's too much. So what I'll do, going to lower the EPA. What's up, Akeem, man? How you doing? I'm going to lower the throttle EPA for channel 2. All right. I'm going to go to like, until I don't really hear the servo stress too much. You know, I'm going to go to like 55% on the EPA. Yeah, the brakes are still super strong. All right. You know what? The brakes are still too strong. 52%. Perfect. All right. Basically, what I'm trying to do is to make sure this throttle arm doesn't like go too crazy when the throttle servos are behind the brakes. All right. Yeah, RS4 is good. Carb opens all the way, closes all the way. The brakes are good. We got stiffeners going on. That's basically it. Let's check the failsafe. Okay, failsafe is set to full throttle. So that was not good. Failsafe was full throttle. That was a mistake. So we'll set the failsafe. Failsafe for channel 2. Yes, Terra Curry, bro. Totally sickening. The engine is perfect. Let's go to channel 2 failsafe. So I'll do... Yeah, there we go. Failsafe for channel 2. Back. So now when I turn off the radio, it should apply throttle. I mean brakes. My bad. Sorry about that. That's it. Brakes. Yeah. Perfect. We got top level brakes now. And that's it. Can't kill an RS4, guys. Although people definitely tried. Let me turn off the power switch. All right, power's off. Let's get the air filter back on. That's it. RS4 has been made great again. You know what I'm thinking? Why don't I just package all of this up right now? Like, this battery pack is so damn dirty. I actually don't really feel comfortable putting it back in like this. But it should be okay. This car doesn't really get that much crazy speed or vibrations, really. All right, that should be okay. Let's see if I could put it back in the stock position there for where the battery belongs. So it has to like slide it up in there. All right, let's see. It should go in this way. See, the important part is you gotta hold. Oh, damn it. All right, it's okay, we got it. Boom, there we go. That's the position. That's how the battery sits. And now, I mean, the wires, I'll clean them up later. That's basically a solid job. That's it. We did a solid job, guys. You know what? I'm going to cut this original zip tie. It doesn't need to be that long. It's actually way too long. It only needs to be like this. There we go. I mean, we did a lot of work on this chassis, I think, so far. Not bad. I think tomorrow I'll do a fire up. Probably not tonight. It's cold out there. I'm not trying to get sick. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Now, the rest of the things I need to do is clean. So i565 goes, is that a removable zip tie? Yes. So yeah, this is basically like a regular zip tie, except this is the original zip tie because it's giant. That's the way it was always from the factory. HPI gave you a giant zip tie, but you can, if you don't have this, use a regular zip tie. This is about twice the thickness, okay? Twice the thickness. Yeah. Eric and Matthew, bro, special thanks to you, of course. We've made a rare RS4 great. And this one will be a driver. If I can source a 2-speed for it, I think I'll find it. But, you know, you just got to be happy with like a single speed sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Single speed sometimes all you need. I will clean these wires up later on. We'll put this receiver over here. And we'll get some zip ties on the wires. It'll be perfect. The thing will be beautiful. It already is beautiful. I think the fuel tank is in very, very good condition as well. Super clean inside. Let's take a look at it. Very clean inside. You could see the O-rings seem to be in good condition. Fuel tank cap is in good condition as well. I think it's going to be an epic ride right here, man. This is going to be an epic ride. Engine has ton of compression. And for the rear end, I will be 3D printing the body post as well. We will be 3D printing that. Yeah, rolls beautiful. Brakes are great. I think that's it. The body I will repair in a different section probably tonight by myself. All right, guys, that's about it. Special thanks to you all for being here. I'm gonna be here for about a minute or two, and I will go about doing what it is I have to do for video production, for being a good human being, and for just survival, you know. Pitbull Air Cooled, bro. Thank you, Tara Curry. Special thanks to you for getting this Nitro on this channel. Chris, how you doing? Headquarters of HPI just called me, guys. Headquarters of HPI saying, should we release the RS4-2 or the RS4-3? I don't know. HPI called me. I gotta go return the call. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Eric and Matthew, everybody that made this channel what it is today. You know, without you, I'll be somebody else. All right. But then again, always be yourself. Don't live by the rules of anyone other than the Constitution. Right? Tara Curry goes, we need the RS4. 4. Dude, that's a great idea. I didn't even think of that. All right, everybody. No 2-minute countdown. I'm really hungry. I got to go get some food. See you later. Good night.